court of Ludcast Land. You have been found guilty. Guilty. Motherfucker! Ludcast! Fuck it. Ludcast! Ludcast! Oh, my goodness. What are they gonna say this time? I don't know. We're gonna find out though, aren't we? Fuck yeah. Ludcast! Ludcast! It's in your face, it's in your asshole. Oh! Broke it off. God damn, that never stops being fun. Son of a bitch. The day it does is the day we gotta hang it up. Until then, fucking laugh or cry. The choice is yours. But my dad always said, there's only two places that a man can cry. In the rain or in the shower. Pick one. That's all you get. Because, I mean, you know, it is a kind of an unsettling thing to see a grown man just like, just, I mean, it's, you know, you're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Now, I don't know if that's social conditioning or if that's just genetics or if that's just the way it's supposed to be or what. But that is the fact. You're allowed a couple general emotional states as a man, generally. You're allowed neutrality or anger, generally are the most accepted male dispositions, with occasional bouts of ha 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 and he 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 ho ho ho. But generally, kind of angry-ish. Well, I guess there's a whole spectrum of anger. You know, there's a whole rainbow of angry feelings. But kind of somewhere in that spectrum of anger or relatively neutral. Show anything else? Fucking people get confused. Women and children get confused. Identity crisis. It happens. But boo-hoo-hoo and boo-hee-hee-ha. So, onward and upward, folks. Welcome back to the Ludcast.
No crybabies welcome.
Yeah, take your crybaby shit and go home. I've been waiting to say that for a minute.
Well, yeah, I think if a man cries, well, when you see a woman crying, you know, the man likes to be the, like, oh, are you okay?
The fixer?
Is something wrong?
I'll fix you now. What can I do? And she's like, don't do anything, just listen. And he's like, I don't know what to do with that. I have to do or make something, create, make.
But if a man cries, then you become the bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, then it's like.
And it's like.
Either a gay man will ask you if you're okay, or.
I'll make you feel better.
Like, are you okay? Is everything okay?
Like,
of course, there's always ulterior motives.
Like a chick. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, when they see you weak, just like a man, if he saw a woman crying, there's some ulterior motives.
I can prey on them now. They're vulnerable and in a weakened state. Defenses are down. Yeah. Predatory, baby.
So you gotta be careful if you're a man. You know, all of a sudden you might be propositioned by the
taken advantage of.
Yep.
Oops! How did I wind up here?
Yeah. So just cry in the shower, cry in the rain if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You don't really want to share it with the world too often.
No, because if you see a grown man who's not mentally ill just sobbing uncontrollably, it's usually because something so fucked up has happened that guy's on the verge of snapping somehow.
Yep.
He was a quiet man is the next thing you hear on the fucking evening news. When everybody's been mopped up by his 12 gauge and shit. But it all seems quite broken somehow, doesn't it? Broken. Brokenness. A parade of brokenness. Celebrating the weakness and the inadequacy and inferiority. It's a dangerous alley to go down.
Yep, you can end up on your knees real quick.
Ooh.
Parade.
Yeah, and depending on how subservient you made yourself, either the person who's standing in front of you while you're on your knees is facing towards you or away from you. Oh boy. Oh boy, how did I do this? My mama always said, if you start off kissing their ass, you end up sucking their dick. Remember that, kids. Some words of wisdom from the deep south.
It can't be denied either.
No, it's true. That's why I always fucking detested people who like acted like bootlickers and shit. I could never handle that shit, man.
Well, I was painting this house some years ago. I was working for this woman, and she made it clear to me that she was gay. You know, a lesbian, which was fine. You know, I was like, that's cool, and she was very nice.
Was she always holding her girlfriend's hand?
No, but she did have like a younger girlfriend. She was kind of like the older, more butch, I guess. And
ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my.
Nothing too special there, but anyways.
Oh my. All right.
Yeah, and they had a big old place, and her girlfriend was like a kind of like a semi-famous like musician, had like, you know, made some money off a hit or something, you know, but nothing like you'd ever heard of before. Just some weird circles, you know, whatever.
Big in Japan. Back in the 80s, I was big in Japan.
But anyways, this one day, I brought my son, and she's like, you're a breeder. And I was like, what? Because I'd never heard the term before. And breeder? Sure, yeah, I got a kid. You know, it's kind of normal for most people.
Listen, man. Stop being so heteronormative.
I know. But anyways,
Fag.
I'm like, I was kind of taken back by it a little bit. It's like, okay, I guess I don't hang out with gay people all the time. Maybe you do, and it's unusual for you to have someone that's not gay working on your house, whatever. And
she couldn't tell? What's up with you, motherfucker? Right. What's up with you?
But anyway, so then I wanted to like finish a job. You know, it's kind of big. I think I was painting like the whole exterior of this house or something.
Yeah.
And had all these different levels, and like it was kind of like a hillside. So it kind of, the back was like 3 stories or something.
Oh.
And so I go around. I decided to go out on a Sunday, and I didn't call and say like, hey, I'm going to be out or anything. And I go around the back of the house. And I got there kind of late because it was like Sunday. It's like 11 o'clock or something. Late morning. And I come around the back, and I got like a paint pole and like a roller or something. You know, I'm all geared up. Finally got my ass out to work. And like I had someone with me. I don't know if it was my brother-in-law or my son, but I turn the corner, and there's like this sliding glass door, and there's 2 guys, because I guess she had rented like a room out to some other, you know, non-breeder types. And there's 2 guys, and one of them has like this weird strap-on thing, like a big old black like strap-on thing, and they're both on their knees on the bed. Like right in the sliding glass door's open, and I come around the corner and I see
what the fuck now?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. I was like, I don't want to be implicated in anything that's going on.
What now? You walked into a homosexual fucking tryst?
Well, no, I walked around the back. I was on the deck.
Yeah. Oh, and they were getting it?
Yeah, because it was the back of the house, and all it looked out into was like a garden, pretty much.
Did they see you?
No, I don't think they saw me because I came around. They're both kind of turned, but I was just like, I caught it real quick. I was like, holy shit! I was like, okay, I'm leaving.
So you like hid behind a corner and like peeked around and watched?
Yeah. Yeah, I stuck my phone around the corner and like recorded and like watched it later. I was like, oh yeah.
Yoink, 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 yoink. I'm gonna go home now. Fuck this. Shame on the job site. You're like, oh no. She's like, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I didn't call and tell anybody I was coming out, so it's probably like the weekend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Sounds like they were having a little Sunday fun day.
But it wasn't even like the person I was working for. It's like some of her like tenants or something. It was like the gay palace. You know what I'm saying?
Could be fucking friends. I don't know. You don't know what they do. It could be a.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
They had a Sunday sewing circle. Oh boy. You're like walking in, they're just getting it. I'm the one who pretends to be the guy. But we don't need a man. Oh.
No, it was actually two guys.
Oh. Well, what was the strap deal? Who had the strap on?
I don't know.
I thought you said somebody had a strap on.
They did.
For what?
Who fucking knows?
Oh my goodness.
Dudes, and there was this black strap on. That's all that was being worn. And I was just like, no. You know, I guess if it had been like a couple chicks, I might have been like, oh, wow, you know, but it was two dudes, and I was like, get the fuck.
So he had his cock hanging and the strap on at the same time?
Well, that's the thing, they had their asses towards the door, but I could see the strap going around his waist, you know what I'm saying?
Huh.
Yeah. I was just
how weird. Anyway.
Yeah, it was just too gay for me. I just had to go. I was like, fuck this, man. And I can't remember if I had my son or I'm like, hold on a second. I'm like, go back the other way. It's like, so we had like ladders and shit we're carrying.
Get the fuck out of here. Back to the fucking car. No, go. Fucking no.
I should have just set up and fucking
you're like,
right above the door.
Just painting away, doodly-doo.
Yeah, they probably would have been like, oh.
Hey, come on in here.
Yeah, they would have loved it.
They would have been like, you're cute, come on in. Huh? You know what an Eiffel Tower is? Check it out. No. Ethan, get back in the goddamn car. Motherfucker, we're out of here. The closest thing that I ever had to something like that, and we're talking out of all the years of doing this shit, I was usually the guy who here.
I hate when you put a ladder up on the side of a house and you're always worried that someone's in the room fucking...
you're like, oops!
getting undressed or something, and you're just there in the window.
Tits out, and you happen to just get to the top of the ladder. Oh! Like, no, you son of a bitch! I didn't mean to. Shut your fucking curtains. You know I'm out here. But the closest, I was always the guy who was like in the back of the house doing the shit that everybody else cried about not wanting to do, while everybody else was out in the front yard looking at the fucking nanny next door who was bending over with a T-string in her ass. And then I'd come around the front, they're like, oh, dude, you just missed it, man. This chick's over there and her tits came out and it was crazy. I'm like, what? That's been my lot in life on the trade site. But a few years ago, it's been about 9 years ago now, I was going to do a log cabin. Now, log cabins are a bitch because